Shalom, shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachak Radash. Giving double honors unto the head apostles of the great millstone who do rule well and teach well. Shalom to the elders, the elder bishops, the brothers of great millstone, and those out there doing the work in truth and sincerity. Shalom, shalom. So this is the brother Ashamath coming back at you with another lesson. Lord willing, I pray the lesson's edifying. I don't wrap this up, it's Lord willing. This lesson, I want to speak a few words on this internet outage, which affected airlines, businesses, bank accounts, the ability to buy and sell, travel, border crossings, internet access, so on and so forth, which ultimately shows you how quick the Lord can act to shut things down. In the scriptures speak about these things as far as limits to access of goods and services, limits to buying and selling, limits to travel, and you not having the access to hear about this word. And the Lord can bring forth all those things in the snap of a finger through one action. And this is a preview of what's to come through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. And these things are written about in the Holy Scriptures. Let's start out with the book of 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter, verses 1 through 3, which shows you we're literally in the end times. 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter, verses 1 through 3. And it reads, "But of the times and the seasons, brethren, you have no need that I write unto you." Why? Because you'll be being informed. You'll be in the loop. You'll be watching. You'll be studying. You'll be reading. You'll be praying. You'll be watching the videos. "But of the times and the seasons, brethren, you have no need that I write unto you," because these things are written about. "For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord Yahweh Shai so cometh as a thief in the night." So cometh as a thief in the night. When people are in the party of mirth, party and bullshit, what's the Lord doing? He's moving in the earth. Earthquakes in diverse places. The military drills being done all over the country. The digital public infrastructure that's being set up worldwide. Smart cities, smart borders. The RFID implantable technology, the chip, and the promotion phase of the chip. Damnable heresies, apostates, people being in tune and trusting in the shadow of Egypt, political races and whatnot, bread and circus, people being distracted on what's really important. Just in the days of Noah, just in the days of Lot. Nothing new under the sun. The book of 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter, verse 2, "For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord Yahweh Shai shall cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety," and that's what they did a few years ago by getting millions of people around the world to bow down to this hot sauce. And what's happening? SDS, sudden DEATH syndrome. Athletes dropping like crazy. People passing out on camera at the local news station. Teenagers dropping dead during soccer games and basketball games. And that's a preview, a test run of eventually what they want to do to everybody in the planet, which is tag everybody with that RFID implantable microchip. And this right here, as far as this test run, this internet outage, cyber attack, whatever it is a sneak preview of what's to come as far as you not having access to goods, services, your bank account, the word, via the internet, the prophets, the ability to buy and sell eventually, the travel, and all that can be done by the snap of a finger. One swift move by Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. This is the book of, speaking of travel, second Ezra, the 15th chapter, verse 17. And it reads, "A man shall desire to go in a city and shall not be able." A man shall desire to go in a city and shall not be able, because what's going to happen is going to have military checkpoints. You're going to have proof of this man's technology being inside you and that charagma eventually. Matter of fact, let's get some more meat off the bone in this chapter. Let's go back to 1 Thessalonians 5 in a second, but let's get this. The book of 2 Ezra 15 and 14. "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein." Woe means destruction. "And the fashions of this world fadeth away." This age, this eon, which is ruled by Esau, Edom, and the wicked elite. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. And the sword is being sharpened for the slaughter. While everybody's concentrating on things that don't really matter, Esau Edom is ready to make his moves in the earth. You have that military Unit 46 out there doing those drills out there, in St. Louis. You have them doing drills in Kansas City. You have foreign mercenaries already here by the tens of thousands who marched over here during these border crossings. And what they speak about in the beginning of the year: cyber attacks, cyber attacks, cyber attacks. Because that's what Esau Edom will do. He'll give forewarnings of what he's about to do through symbols, through movies, through The Simpsons, through telling you, before he does it months in advance, because Esau Edom is proud. That's him prophesying on the left-handed side. 2 Ezra, the 15th chapter, verse 15, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands, civil wars, race wars, class wars. Because what's being brewed up? You have America being brewed up for a civil war, For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And we've seen snippets of that worldwide by when people encounter these rulers. What happened? What happens? Well, some of these people are actually taking matters into their own hands. You had the prime minister, I want to say the president of France, he got slapped. The alleged assassination of Donald Trump, and you're going to see more of these things as we get closer to the end. A man shall not desire to go into a city and shall not be able. You're going to have smart borders, checkpoints. Eventually, you're going to have the RFID implantable microchip to move and operate in this man's society and system that he's setting up. This is the book of Isaiah, the 24th chapter, verse 10. The city of confusion is broken down. That's Babylon the Great. That word Babal, which is what Babylon goes back to, means confusion. And that's what this place is, the city of confusion, the city of chaos. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. And it's going to come to those times, And the Lord is systematically breaking down this place just like he broke down ancient Rome. Because this is the modern day Roman Empire. And what happened to the modern day Roman Empire? The military was spread thin. The currency started to be devalued. The morality of society started to be lower and lower and lower and lower. Women were exalted. Same thing that's happening in this modern day age, eon. Let's get this word for confusion. This word for confusion is the Hebrew word Strong's H8414, 414. I don't write this up. 144 the hard way. And that Hebrew word is taha. 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 And that goes into place of chaos. Place of chaos. And that's one of the definitions that stuck out when I looked this up a little earlier. Place of chaos. Because through order at a chaos, order ab chaos, well, what's the wicked elite looking to accomplish? Their new world order. Their new world order. Novos Ordo Seclorum. That's on the back of your dollar bill. And these things are written about in the Holy Scriptures. And of course, Esau Edom is going to lose, but we still have to give warning. We still have to comfort our people. And all these things are happening in the earth because the Lord is ready to bring forth judgment, man. 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter, verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, this sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. And they shall not escape who aren't written in the book of life. Let's get Proverbs 11 and 4. We'll get a few more and wrap on up. Proverbs 11 and 4. And it reads, riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivered from death. Yeah. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivered from death. Ultimately, your browning points that you have with Yahweh Shem Yahshua in your spiritual bank account. That's what the Lord told us to do. To gather up riches which corrupt not, And this is also going to institute the famine of the word. Eventually, the famine of the word is going to come to pass. This is the book of Amos, the 8th chapter, verse 11. And it reads, "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua power, that I will send a famine in the land." And there's actually going to be a physical famine. You know, you're going to have ultimately this man's brand to buy and sell and have access to goods and services. And a lot of people are going to be starved out, you know, in the times to come. Just like it was in the ancient world. When King Nebuchadnezzar came into Jerusalem, the Babylonians did a blockade and siege, Jake was starving out, eating themselves. You know, that's talked about in the book of Isaiah. The book of 2 Kings, the 6th chapter. Same thing happened in Samaria, in northern Israel. You had women boiling their son. Same thing happened in 70 AD. That's why the Lord told the woman who was weeping for him when he was carrying his cross, the women, to weep not for me, but weep for your children. Why? Because you were going to be eating them children. This is the book of Amos, the 8th chapter, verse 11. "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua power, that I will send a famine in the land. Not of bread, not a famine of bread." And that's what this word is. It's angel's bread, you know, the hidden manna. Because it's not accessible to the whole world. And not even the world of Israel as far as a total in its totality. It's only available and able to be discerned and received by the hopeful elect. You're in a privileged club if you can really understand, dissect, and believe on this word. Consider yourselves immensely blessed if you wake up every morning and you still believe, man. Amos 8 and 11. "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor thirst of water." That's what this word is, living water as well. "But of hearing the words of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua." But of hearing the words of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. And those days are coming. Amos 8 and 12. And it reads, "And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east." All over the place. You mockers, you scoffers, unbelievers, people talking shit in the comment board, Vocab Malone followers, you're going to realize in that day, when you can't find and access the prophets, that mean you've been talking shit, mocking and scoffing, even the other Hebrew Israelite camps who called the men who follow Great Millstone and Great Millstone Grapists and all sorts of things like Bumalites. You're gonna realize in that day, you fucked up, man. Pardon my Persian. You done effed up, man. Amos 8 and 12. "And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, and shall not find it." That's what this word is. You know, the pearl of great value, which the man sold everything that he had. You know, there's a parable that talks about the pearl of great value. That's what the kingdom of heaven is compared to. This word, you know, it starts out with you receiving this word. Because the kingdom dwells within the hope for the elect. You know? Bear with me. I want to get this one. Get one or two more wrap on up. This is the back of the book of Matthew, the 13th chapter, verse 45. And it reads, "And again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a merchantman seeking goodly pearls, who, when he had found one pearl of great price, pearl of great value," which is this word, this doctrine, this truth, "went and sold all that he had and bought it." That's the Apostle Peter told our Lord, you know, "For we have forsaken all. What shall we have therefore? And those who have forsaken houses, wives, so on and so forth, you shall receive 100-fold," man. Just hold on. All the things that are written about in the Holy Scriptures as far as end time prophecies are happening. Back to back to back. Back to back to back to back to back. Prophecy upon prophecy upon prophecy. Just like precept upon precept, line upon line. We're here, man. And Barak Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua that we can see. Amos 8 and 13. And it reads, "In that day shall the fair virgins, the foolish virgins, and young men faint for thirst." Faint for thirst, man. You know, the Lord told us he will pour water upon him that is thirsty, man, and floods upon the dry ground, which we have, which is the understanding of this word, this doctrine. He that believeth on me, as the scripture has said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. And we have it, man. And all the things that are written about as far as end time prophecies, they're happening at a rapid rate, as well as the time. We're already in the middle of the month of July. Literally almost in August, man. And things are happening, which gets us excited. This is the book of Matthew. I think it's 6. Yeah. This is the book of Matthew, the 6th chapter, verse 19. And it reads, lay not up for yourselves treasure upon earth, because the fashions of this world fadeth away. Riches profit not in the day of wrath. The care of riches driveth away sleep. As far as carnal riches, we have this treasure in earthen vessels, which sustains us. It keeps us happy, it keeps us motivated, and it keeps us invigorated. Matthew 6 and 19, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. Yeah, you can put $20,000 in the safe or in a bank account. You wake up tomorrow morning, that bank crashes, you're through. Somebody breaks into your house, you're through. And that's ultimately what's going to happen to people who trust in this system. Isaiah the 30th chapter. Woe unto them that go down to Egypt for help. Isaiah 30. Isaiah 30 and 1. And it reads, woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord Yahweh Bashim Halshai, 2/3 of our people, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with their covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. That walk to go down into Egypt. And you're going to have a lot of people walk to go down into Egypt, which is the modern day captivity. Egypt is symbolic with bondage. The modern day pharaohs, the wicked elite, the state, federal government, so on and so forth, and take this man's brand, his mark, because they have no faith. They don't trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Their names are not written in the book of life. You're going to have people in the movie just to be drunk, just to be married, just to be on that party and bullshit and take the chip. Isaiah 30 and 2, that walk to go down into Egypt and had not asked at my mouth, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. This is the book of Matthew, the 6th chapter, verse 20. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. And we have this treasure in earthen vessels, which is this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And being in the loop, being informed, watching. So with that, I'm going to close on out. Ultimately, things are happening through the Spirit of Havi Halbashim Yashai that comfort us as far as end time prophecies upon prophecy upon prophecy. And this is a sneak preview of what's to happen when you wake up one of these days on a grander scale. You can't check the internet to check the news. Your phone is not working to dial in or dial out. 911 ain't gonna deliver you in those days. Ultimately the protection of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is what's gonna deliver you. And your name being written, and your name being written in the book of life. I'll get this precept one more time and wrap on up. This is the book of Matthew, the 6th chapter, verse 20. And it reads, verse 21. Let's get 20 and 21. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. This is the book of 2 Corinthians. I quote it, let's get it. The 4th chapter, verse 7. And it reads, but we have this treasure in earthen vessels, that the excellency of the power may be of the Most High and not of us. Yeah. Let's get this in the NLT. 2 Corinthians, the 4th chapter, verse 7. We now have this light shining in our hearts, but we ourselves are like fragile clay jars containing this great treasure, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. The doctrine of our Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, which is the true riches. The hidden manna, the angel's bread, the living water. And a lot of people are going to be faint in that day, for these rivers of living water. When the internet's cut out, they can't hear the words of the prophets. They can't mock and scoff no more. They're going to realize in that day that, damn, I didn't messed up, man. 2 Corinthians 4:7, this makes it clear that our great power is from the Most High and not from ourselves. And ultimately, all these things are being done in the earth. Ultimately, because Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is ready to bring forth judgment, man, and salvation for his hopeful elect. So with that, I'm going to close on out. Lord willing, you were edified. In closing, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and infinite glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Barakach Wadash. Giving double honors unto the head apostles of the Great Millstone, who do rule well and teach well. Shalom to the elders, the elder bishops, the brothers of Great Millstone, and those out there doing the work in truth and sincerity. Shalom, shalom. Until next time, next lesson, next camp session. Shalom wa abba. Soon. Shalom, shalom.